you having a daughter and stuff like that. How does you being a dad like kind of affect your career and look at it? Because I know you said like she motivated you early on, but like now at this point where you starting to like really start to feel success.
I want to, like, my family, my big brothers didn't really do nothing in life. So, like, when she look at me, I want her to know, like, this shit easy to do for real. Like, whatever she wants to do, to be honest. Like, once I got to this point, shit just started seeming smoother. I ended up recently getting custody of her, like, full custody. So, like, I just been chilling, raising and shit like that. Shit been molding me into a better man, just so I can mold her.
No, that's
like
actually really cool. No, I'm definitely happy to hear that, man. So you putting all this work, you putting all these projects out, you're making all these songs. Then you put out Come Here, and everything is completely different now. Like you put out Come Here, right? You put it out, and it goes right. So kind of making the song and kind of how it blew up, like kind of how, in your words, how do you think it like took off?
So like the song came about, it was like a little incident, and me and my homies, we had to take care of something, and basically like the song about the situation, and what really made it viral though, I feel like, was like my voice was gone that night, and everybody thought like I had, but like really the I just made that with no voice. I feel like me just rapping with the lost voice, that's what made it viral for the
Oh, you're breaking up.
Oh, what's the last thing?
You were talking about how you lost your voice, and then you decided to make. From pretty much what I'm taking from it was you were losing your voice, and you decided to make it anyway.
Yeah, basically I lost my voice, and I wanted to make the song like real fast for the culture. So like I ended up making that song, and my voice was gone. And I ended up leaving like some voice cracks in there on purpose, shit like that. I feel like that's what really blew it up, made it take off.
Okay, so the song blows up, right? So kind of what did you notice after that? Like, is that when you started to get like label attention and stuff like that, or did it start before then?
Nah, I was already getting noticed by labels before then. Probably when I hit like 10K followers, I started getting noticed by labels. So I already settled down and like sorted all that out. So like, yeah, I was already with the label before all that.
So when did you sign to Simple, Stupid, and Geffen? Like, when did that happen?
I signed September of last year. They've been getting me right ever since. I can't really complain. I feel like when rappers complain about their deals, they just go broke fast.
I feel you. I think I think it just comes down to like fit. Like you are obviously at the right place. Like you're the right place for you. They believe in you for sure. They support you. They push you, stuff like that. And I think it all works out. And on top of that too, like you do the work. You putting the songs out. You do what you need to do. So it works for everybody, really.
Thanks.
What I was talking about before, when I said I kind of had become like aware of you, not too long ago. And the first video of yours I saw was 556 Green Tip. Like somebody posted it on Twitter. And of course, me being a double XL, stuff like that, people post videos and stuff all the time. So I was like, all right, let me, give it a click, see what it's like. And I turn it on, and it's like so different from like everything else that's out there. And like it like kind of like it's weird. It kind of like jumped off the page. So from there, I was like, I'm gonna keep listening to what else he got out there, and like all of that was like really unique too. With with Green Tip, I mean, and like that's you know gotten like even bigger than Come Here. Like with Green Tip, what do you think? What was so special about that song? Like to you, just like on a personal level, where it did, you know, what it did.
I mean, what it did was special to me. Like it brought more of my fans closer. Like it started making like after Come Here and then one like 556 kind of topped it off. Like a lot of people heard my name but never wanted to give my music a chance for real. But I feel like with those going viral, it makes people like actually want to check me out. But as far as like the song like having a special feeling to me, I make music like that all the time for real. That was just me rapping. Like it takes me like 15 minutes to make those type of songs for real. I just get that from my city for real. Like that's how we locally kind of rap.
When you said you felt like before that people didn't want to, like they heard your name but they didn't want to give your music a chance. Why did you feel that way? Like why do you think they didn't want to give you a chance?
Because I'm doing 10 times the numbers in like 5 months. So I feel like just off of statistics, like my quality hasn't changed. I've been on the same mic for like, or I've been on Newman mics for, you know, almost a year now. So the quality's been there. The flows have been there. I make rock music, R&B music, trap music, melodic music, plug, beat, shit like that. So I feel like, you know, once the numbers start rising, it's like, okay, now they finally see it. Like,
so kind of like you were talking.
My battery percentage popped up, but yeah, like after I had you know, after 556 pops, it feels like everybody just actually sees like all the type of music I can make.
After Green Tip takes off, right? Virtuous comes out not too long after that.
Yeah.
And it kind of came out at the right time because just like you said, it got kind of put your fans in a different place and kind of brought you more, and also the fans you already had kind of started to feel that. What do you think Virtuous did for you, kind of like in like concerning your career? Like how do you feel like Virtuous kind of moved you up and kind of moved you forward?
I don't feel like Virtuous really played a role, but it was a important drop for my OG fans that I really couldn't hold from them. And Virtuous kind of contained all my songs from 2021, late 2021, that like everybody kept asking for. So that's like why the songs range so different, like in sound when you go through. So like that was really just like for my OG supporters, because if I wouldn't have dropped the project, the songs would have been forgotten.
You just put out the video for "Go Through Trees," which is definitely one of like the craziest songs on there. Kind of, did you kind of always know this is a song we're gonna push? Like, this is something that is like people are gonna really want, or like you kind of were like feeling it out?
I mean, as far as me and Summers, I want to shoot our song Perky's for real, or like, you know, a few other songs. But I feel like Go Through Trees really shows where like how far me and Summers came together, because like me and him got a lot of songs from last year, maybe a year and a half ago. It's probably already been that long, and up to now it just shows our progression type shit. It just shows like how good of a duo we can be, how we accommodate each other.
You were talking about like how, you know, y'all rap in Fort Worth and kind of greater Dallas area, stuff like that. I don't know if a lot of people kind of are aware of this, but like Dallas has like a lot of acts and a lot of talent and a lot of different sounds and stuff like that too. And that's been the case like for a while now. I actually, kind of, how do you think you found a way to like differentiate yourself to the point where like you're one of the acts that people recognize from the area outside of the area?
I don't do diss rap. Like a lot of the in Fort Worth and Dallas, like, well, really just Fort Worth. In Fort Worth, where I'm from, is like people do a lot of diss rapping, and I seen a lot of kids my age. I seen kids 17 years old, 16 years old die behind the rap beef. So it's like I just stopped doing, like, I never really even did rap like beef music, none of that type of local shit. Never dissed nobody, dead homies, nothing like that. I just made songs for everybody feeling. I fuck with everybody. I don't got no beef with nobody. I'm just cooling on some like Lil Uzi Vert type shit for real. That's the route I wanted to go. I didn't want to be like no big and bad dude, like nothing like that in the music scene. I just want to chill, be left alone. I feel like when you put on that persona, not only is like a lot of problems that come with that shit, but like people want to test you. They expect you to always be,
no, that's real
aggressive.
When did you feel confident in like your ability? Like when it comes to like, just making songs or just rapping, like at what point were you like, yo, I'm good at this and the stuff I'm putting out is consistently good?
It had to have been like, it's like as I started gaining more and more fans, every day I would get that new text where it's like, yo, your music's hard, keep going, like I just found your shit. And now it's like every day it's hundreds of those. So it's like the more that number grew, as far as people DMing me and showing me love, because me, I'm not really the type of person like when I find new music, I mean, even though I am an artist, but I feel like even if I wasn't an artist, I really wouldn't just DM the person and get real personal or supportive. I really just support their music for real if I liked it. So for people to go out their way and text me and shit and let me know that my shit is changing their life or helping them get through depression, that's what my music really be for, is for people to get through depression, heartbreak, shit like that, anxiety, all that shit. So that's what really made me feel like, yeah, I'm really just this shit like meant to be. And when I sold like my first few features for real, that's when I know like I was good enough for people to even want to buy my shit. You just
talked about kind of how your music affects your fans and stuff like that. For you, what are in your opinion, like what are your can't miss songs? Like if somebody was getting familiar with you, what are the songs you're like, they have to hear me, you have to hear these?
I feel like everything produced by Boost, everything produced by Royal, really just everything for real. Like I make R&B, trap, plug-and-B, rock. I feel like if people just go through my whole discography and really give it all a chance, like they'll really find something for them.
What's with everything going on with you so far, kind of what's the biggest moment in your career that you kind of experienced so far at this point?
Really just going from listening to everybody I know to knowing them and working with them, making a song with Trippie Rock,
Trippie Rock,
Red. I said Trippie Rock and PNB Rock. PNB Rock and Trippie Red on, bro. That's like one of my biggest accomplishments for real. I grew up like when I was 15, 16, I was listening to Summers. And like when he found my music, like we just got to kicking it over time and shit like that. So really like my biggest accomplishments be like meeting the people that I used to listen to and getting to know them and being cool with them, kicking it with them. These being some of the only people I talk to and hang out with on a daily basis.
What's something that like your fans would be surprised to know about you? It could be like something you like doing, something you're interested in. It could be anything.
Shit. I was finna say some arrogant shit. I was finna say I love to spend money for real, but that really be like my only hobby. And gaming, I play the game a lot for real. I feel like people wouldn't just think I play that. I play VR. I feel like.
But what are you playing on there?
I be playing Onward and Pavlov's, like some Call of Duty type shit.
What's kind of your best story about like a fan, like something they said to you or like a message they sent you that's like really stuck with you?
Okay, so like I got a serious one and a funny one. So like the serious one is probably my cover for my tape Demons, where it was a tweet I had found, and this fan was giving it. This supporter was giving his like real deep insight about me and like my character, and I really felt like that was a good analogy of like what he thinks of me. So I made that my album cover. Mixtape cover. But like the funny one is probably when I just performed my show, and a nigga hand me a honey bun inside of a rapper to sign. That was probably like the most funniest shit.
Did he explain why he handed you a honey bun, or he just gave you a honey bun?
Nah, he just said He just said, sign the honey bun. I said, fuck you.
All right, shout out to that fan, man, for sure. Okay, so just to wrap it up, man, what do you have coming next? Like, what should people be expecting from you?
I'm gonna get out these few last No Auto songs, and then I'm going back to my emotional music, going back to the rock and R&B shit, more experimental shit. So all my fans that really like me getting like more melodic or into my, emotions type shit, they should just know that shit coming soon. Gonna drop a few
Okay,
more No
no, for
Autos
sure.
and then I'm back on
Okay,
it.
so is there anything you want to talk about that I like didn't bring up in here, or just something you want to shout out? Could be whatever you want.
Shit. Really just tell everybody to chase their dreams for real. I went from listening to the whole double R, listening to the whole uh, bird supremacy. Like now I'm fucking with gangs. I am double R, like Trippy Red, PNB Rock. Like you can listen, like you can have dreams and actually reach those dreams. Like that shit is not impossible. Like I'm just a random kid from a small town in
No,
Texas.
that's hard, man, for sure. But thank you, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate the time. All right, my man.
I appreciate that.